Hey, beer tubers, welcome back to another episode here at Beer Geeks Beer Reviews with your host, Scott White. Now, I'm getting anxious for Halloween, and this release of this beer that's sitting right here on a frame has made me even more anxious for it. Give or take, probably about 8.5 months ago, I did a review on My Bloody Valentine, and now I got its cousin, the end of the year cousin. Bam. But it's hard to see. It's so dark. Evil Dead Red Ale. And by the looks through the bottle, this is going to be amazing. Um, Let me go ahead and pop the top on this. Um, I went ahead and picked this up at my one favorite spot out in Kent. It's called 101 Bottles of Beer on the Wall. Get out there if you're in Ohio or if you're in the northern eastern part of Ohio, whatever. Get down there, get to this place, try some of this stuff out. I don't really know if it's going to last long, but here's going to be my review. Loads of smoke out there. Loads of smoke going straight up into this glass right here. See what kind of head I can get off of it. Very nice. Very, very nice. Loads of carbonation off white head. Kind of like it's got like a red tint to it slash khaki color. And I will let you know that I did pick this bottle up. Look at that. $9.99. I don't really know if it's going to be worth it, but now you're going to see some of the lettering. Look at that. Evil Dead Red. Love that. I haven't had this one before, but like I said, I've had its distant earlier cousin. They all come in at a good 6.66% alcohol. I don't know why they do it like that. It's the 666 alcohol content, but they give you a little story on the back of the bottle here. Let me get into some light. Look at that. You can see straight through the bottle. You can see the nice little lettering there. And there's a little story right there. You get. I like these bottles, man. I really do. I saved the My Bloody Valentine bottle, and now I'm going to be saving this one. AleSmith, I haven't had really a bad beer from AleSmith. As we can see, this head is sticking around, but I'm going to puff it up a bit. There we go. Loads of carbonation. Carbonation is really good in this. I just went ahead and picked this up the other day. I sat around and had a couple beers while I was up there. Um, but for the most part, look at this. Now that is a red ale. Love that coloring. Head seems to be nice and fluffy. Um, Big bubbles connected by the little tiny bubbles connected by even smaller bubbles. Naturally, with most red ales that I've had, they're either going to go one or two ways. They're going to either go very malty or they're going to go very hoppy, depending on the style that they predicted to make. Well, this one here, just by the aromas, is going to go both ways. I can smell some pine. I can smell like a sticky resinous smell. Grapefruit. Get a slight hint of like a fresh baked bread. Very, very nice smelling. Um, Coloring, I'm going to actually, I mean, if it's in the light, look at this. This is red, but, if I'm sitting here looking at it through the, right there, this, I'm going to call this a mahogany. So mahogany slash red, because once you get into the light, I mean, it's pure red. Just like they say. Let's go ahead and get a taste on this, man. Prost. Cheers, my friends. Very clean. Bitterness is not high, but it's moderate. There is a moderate bitterness to this. You're definitely getting some caramel notes. You're definitely getting some maltiness to it. Um, but there is a big hop presence to this. Um, I'm definitely getting that resin. I'm definitely getting the pininess, the grapefruit. But there is like an earth tone there. Um, it's giving me grassy notes, but it's giving me like a very earthy feeling to it. Um, mm, I'm gonna say this is like a medium mouthfeel, low end of medium, like light to medium. Very drinkable. Middle of the mouth is definitely giving me more of that earthiness and more of the malts. The front of the tongue's definitely giving me, the initial burst of hop bitterness. Then again, it comes back into play at the end of the sip. As you're swallowing it, you're left with a little bit of that earthiness and the resin and just a tiny bit of pine. Um, this is a very, very good beer. Available now, as you can see, as well as if you do check their website. I was looking at it the other day because of the fact that I knew about this one coming out, but I didn't know that it was coming out in bottles. I was hoping, and well, voila. They still actually have it on their website that it is only available on tap. I wonder why. Uh, I don't know what else that I can say about this beer, man. It's a really good offering again by AleSmith. Like I said in the beginning, I have not had an AleSmith beer that I disliked. So, with that said, look at this: Evil Dead Red Ale reviewed. Very good beer. Don't taste the alcohol. You get the right amount of, that citrus, that pininess, that resinous, the hops, and you definitely get, the equivalent amount of malts. You get that caramel. It's very light, so I'm guessing that there might be some like two-row pale malt in there. Um, Maybe some a tinge of roasted malts, depending on how they did the caramel. I mean, they could roast them just a tad bit to give it a little bit more coloring. Maybe even some carafa. That might give it a little bit of the coloring. But with that said, I'm getting up out of here. This has been the review for the Evil Dead Red Ale. Prost, cheers, rate, comment, subscribe. Please let me know what you think. If you've had this, again, comment. Keep the comments coming, man. I love these comments. I love your support. And please do not drink and drive. If you need assistance, please seek help. With that said, I'm out of here. Prost.